Good morning, people! Welcome to the weekend reading. This should already have been out, but yesterday I came home pretty late. I was a little bit tired, so I didn't have the energy to do tarot or film. And we all know when we do not have the energy, we shouldn't play around with tarot. First of all, let's put a candle on. I bought new lighters. So now it's easier to put candles on again. But we have actually 4 cards that came up for the weekend. 3 main, but with the last card I just needed a little clarification. The first card we have is the Queen of Cups. I made a deep breath with that one, because the one following is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is actually also looking in that direction. So I do feel that you are stepping into a weekend with a little bit of bruised feelings in a way. This week might have been tough, you might have been up and down with your emotions, but with this combination with the Queen of Cups being the first card, you are coming into the weekend with a full heart. But behind that, there is, I almost want to say, wounds, or like you have been through a lot. It doesn't have to be just like the past week that you have been through a lot. It can just be like the past years. We are still in the energy of ending this 7-year-old circle of lessons and old circles repeating themselves, and you could reflect on that. But with Mercury retrograde, and there's other planets that's retrograde, it might in a way create a bruise for you. I am going to come to the other cards, but I just feel like paying a little bit more attention to these 2 first. I did hear that you have been strong for too long. You have been strong for too long, and I got emotional with that. Like, for me, this also with that feels that you are very emotional intuitive, but you're also a little bit guarded. Emotional and intuitive, but also guarded. So I feel in the beginning of the weekend, maybe even today, Friday, when I post this, for some of you guys it could obviously be Saturday, I do feel that someone or something will invite you into a more softer energy. Some of you guys might have emotional conversations or talking about something. I do have this sense, or I saw someone crying and just being emotional. So almost for some of you guys it's the heavy burden that's being lifted in a way. Some of you guys might feel like you can finally talk about something or open up about something because there's closure, or there's, yeah, closure, I guess. An end to that circle. Well, pay attention to heartfelt, emotionally charged messages as well. You could be a little guarded at first, I do want to say. But there's a lot of healing in this, in a way. It's okay to be a little bit emotionally guarded, but just be mindful not to push away or be too, building up walls. It's like you can be guarded, but do not build up walls. Obviously with this, because we actually have a lot of water energy here, I'm gonna come to that, but some of you guys might have an important conversation about a water sign or with a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Doesn't have to just be the sun sign. Or there could be a very emotionally open person being involved in something. So now I also think that we need to talk about the other 2 cards. I talk about it like it's a bad thing. It's actually not, but we do have the Death reverse, so there is a little bit of resistance here. But when I clarified the Knight of Cups came up. So again, it comes down to this energy of something is going to soften you or be there for you or be very healing, but you are a little bit guarded. Is it because you do not want to let go of the wall, of the guarding, the guarding energy? It could be. It could be. There might also be a hint of not wanting to let go of something. Some of you guys with this energy, if it's not you, it could be a friend or a family member who's going through a heartbreak. Like someone has really tried to fix a relationship, but it's just come to the point where it creates more wounding than it creates love. That might be a hint for someone. Could be connected with the past 7 years. The universe does have other plans here with something. It doesn't have to be about a breakup, but there's something here where it's like it's very hard to let go of something. Again, if it's a relationship, if it's a person, if it's a place, if it's an old habit, if it's the wall that someone out there watching is being built up because you're afraid of being hurt again. Again, it could be that, right? That's why you're being invited to be soft this weekend. Another thing that I also feel here is that there's something you have tried to move on from, but part of you is still holding on to this out of habit. It could be like you're simply not trusting in the good anymore because of the lessons and the betrayal and the hurt that you have experienced the past, again, 7-9 years. Yeah. There is a heavy energy here. I do feel for some of you, well, for someone out there, it does feel like you're holding on. And I might just speak with one person, okay? You might be holding on to something that's simply not serving you anymore, but you're holding on to it out of hope, out of habit, out of maybe even guilt. And I hear an annoying fly with that. Or like there is this like unfinished emotion in a way. For some of you guys, it could even be a heartbreak. It could be a relationship that has long ended, but you're still holding on to some part of what could have been or why something happened. But it's like stopping you from actually experiencing what is coming in. Right? It could also be job related. Like if you have had betrayals relating to job or co-workers and you're stepping into a new job, you might still have this energy of being betrayed, right? So you are looking out for that betrayal in the new environment or the new relationship, whatever it is. Again, you can put this in many ways. It's a very deep weekend, isn't it? But it makes sense because we're moving closer to the 888 portal, and we are in August now, so hello August, hello the new energy. I did hear Spirit being a little funky here, a little strict maybe. You have until November to get this guard down or let go. Like you're running out of time. Yeah, like you can't carry this burden anymore. You're being nudged into deeper emotions or deeper truth, but there is a lot of resistance when it comes to whatever this is. If it's love, because obviously it is a Knight of Cups, so it could be love, right? Something is trying to come in, even if it's not there yet. It's still, whatever we are manifesting is always trying to come into our orbit, in our energy, before that it arrives. Like it peeks in to see if we are ready. And if you're not ready, it won't fully step into your life. So again, pay attention to the little things that appear in your life. So there is opportunities this weekend for you to fully let go of something, if it's insecurities or whatever it is. That's, again, you guys are on different journeys, so yeah, for some of you guys it might even be letting go of a workplace that's toxic or a friend group that's toxic. It could be connected with addictions, it could be connected with whatever, but it's like there is a resistance and there is also a lot of pain and a lot of like feeling the need to guard yourself here. Yeah, there's something new that's coming in with a softer energy, and it triggers a transformation. But you are someone out there. You are guarding yourself out of past experiences. You're not even looking at what's coming in. But the other thing is also careful. Maybe it's two people being careful out of old habits. Like that could be. Like you are in your deep emotions, even if it's a Queen of Cups. You don't have to be a female. You can be a male too. But it does feel, if this is about love, that someone is concentrated about just being in a deep emotions and maybe being a little guarded, and the other part really wants to offer something but doesn't really know how to because of the other person being guarded. In a way, there could be something here. There could be a little hint. But I also feel that's actually going to be it. We could take a little card from the Sacred Destiny just to see if there's a last message here. But today, I think you're being asked to let go of the last guarded energy. I felt like there was like a flash of light. That confused me. Of course you have to fall away. We have flow. Wow. That's an interesting card. Inner peace. Well, you're definitely being asked not to hold on to what's familiar. Because it does say here, there are times to hold on tight to the shore. And there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. That's so funny. Don't resist, because some of you guys are most definitely resisting the flow of something happening. This softness. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old limited patterns, just what we spoke about. Forgive and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. Obviously that could also be something here. Like, I need to be right in this situation. It needs to be how I imagined it. But maybe the universe does have other plans for you in something. It does need to be grey and gloomy, I heard. So some of you guys are a little bit too grey and gloomy. Again, it makes sense if some of you guys are a little bit too guarded for what's wanting to actually come in. Like, I also heard someone be like, why did you stop believing? Like, where did that belief go of yours? What happened? If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might mean that you are being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace and healing will abound. That is what's coming. Flow with it. Don't resist it. Don't put up a guard today or a wall. Definitely do not, well, in the weekend, don't build up walls in the weekend. That's it, people. I will see you guys on Sunday with the week ahead reading. Bye.